Yep. Drew Titan Bronson on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. And we back in the cave on this Friday morning. And we are going to have some fun this morning. We're going to get back to it. We're going to get back. Y'all already saw it. I got my brother Ack in the building, man. What's good, Ack? You're on mute, brother. Let's see what we got in the chat. There you go. You went back on mute. I think he's having a little trouble with his device right there. Let's do this roll call real quick. G. McCall, Shogun, Tiago Rose, Jermaine Jubilee with the suplex. Yo, Jermaine, let me know if you want to join the panel.
You can hear me, right, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah. Brian H. Good morning, counselor. Pooh Man. Ratchet 91. Stormy B Man in the building. Sam Mack. Michael Ray. Yes, sir. And let me say this. When we sound off on this list, I couldn't put everybody on here. So I purposely missed people. I did it on purpose. There's a lot of people that are not on here. A lot of these are throwback cats. And I threw some not too current, but current cats. So, feel free to talk about what you grew up watching. You gotta understand, I've been watching wrestling since the 70s. So there's gonna be people up here that you might not know or people you forgot about. ES, salute. Derek Gaines, the legend. Rod Neal, the international. Quiet Storm, salute. Steve L, the Mac. My brother Thomas, salute. Eric H, Shade Girl. So let's get it, man. Let's get it. Let me ask you, Ack, when did you start watching wrestling? And my brother got a monster delay. See, I'm already seeing names in the chat. Yup. Ack, you on mute.
My bad. I was fighting with the mute button, Drew. Apologies.
Yeah, just don't mute it for the rest of the show. Just leave it.
I'm definitely from the attitude. Yeah, that might be it. You're right, because I remember back in the day in the hangout days, they used to say just don't mute it, just let it rock. Yeah. That might be it. But I want to say, I'm really from the Attitude Era, so like Stone Cold or the Rock days and stuff. But I could still touch on the past because of my older brothers and sisters. They about your age, my older brothers and sisters. So it's not like I didn't have the tapes and stuff. That's why I like the 80s Ric Flair so much, even though I wasn't around.
Right.
You know what I mean? That was forced upon. You see how you was Stone Cold guy? Not Stone Cold. Hulk Hogan, more on that end of it. They rock with Hulk Hogan too, but they more Ric Flair. My older brothers and sisters, that's your age. Like they was on the other side of it. They like the NWA. You know what I mean? So so you gonna see some things on here. So I want to say, around my time, like, the 90s, I grew up off of that Attitude Era, definitely. The live action that I got to catch was definitely the Attitude Era. Stone Cold and The Rock doing their thing.
Yeah, man. Yo, listen. Again, y'all. I purposely left dudes off here I purposely left dudes off of here because there's so many. There's so many here. And I'll give you an example. Like, this is something that y'all probably didn't even know about. Well, Ack, you probably give me a second. You probably knew this. Let me share screen real quick. You know about the Hollywood Blondes?
I didn't really know about it, like, as far as watching it in the visual. Like, you was lucky enough to get to watch, but I know Stone Cold, I believe, was he a part of that? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Steve Austin and Flying Brian Pillman, the Hollywood Blondes.
See, I knew Steve Austin, but I didn't know the other dude, the other half of the crew.
Yeah,
you get to school me. You get to school me.
Yeah, that nigga was crazy. Brian Pillman. That nigga was crazy. I remember when the WWF picked him up after he left WCW. That was a hard sign right there, and he was Canadian. And you know, he started running around with Bret Hart, and that was the feud between him and Austin. I don't know if you remember this, but they had that episode on Raw where he ran up to Brian's house, and his friends tried to jump him. And he tried to break in the house, and he pulled out a gun on his ass, and it went to a commercial. That shit was funny.
Oh, that was the one that they said couldn't air. And all that. You know what's crazy? It's funny that you're doing the wrestling live, because on Everything I Love, I was on Twitter and they got a page dedicated to like what happened on this day in wrestling. You know how they got a boxing page on this day? They got the same thing on wrestling. And on Valentine's Day, I kid you not, they threw up the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, the steel cage match with Stone Cold and Vince McMahon. I was a little kid. I remember that though.
Oh, I remember that.
You know what I mean? Who didn't want to beat up their boss back in those days?
That was pivotal. Word up. That was a pivotal thing.
Admitted that on the documentary. Him and Vince was genius. It was genius.
That was pivotal. That was pivotal because that was the debut of the Giant that night.
Yes. I didn't even know his real name was Paul White.
Paul White, yep. He came up out the ring. I remember that. The NWO jumped him the week before on WCW, and then he left. That next Monday, he popped up on Raw. That next Monday. And Eric Bischoff ruined the surprise. He said, yeah, he's going to be a new corporate giant. I said, oh, shit. He's going to be on Raw next week. Because that was their thing. They called him the corporate. The corporation, whatever they called them. So yeah, that's Steve Austin, Hollywood Blondes. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take y'all on a magical journey. Some of the guys you may know, you may remember. Some of the things you don't know. And like I said, there's so many things that I left off of here. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't fit everything on. I got like almost 30 tag teams on here. And they all have history. So let's get this popping. You know what I'm saying? What you know about them? The Strongbows.
I don't. I see you got me there, Drew.
Yeah, Chief Jay Strongbow and Jules Strongbow. These were this was the Native American gimmick right here. This goes back to the 70s right here. The 70s. This guy, Chief Jay Strongbow, feuded with everybody. Ivan Putski, Superstar Billy Graham, Greg the Hammer Valentine. You know what I'm saying? Wow, man. The Strongbows, man. How far back? How many of y'all in the chat remember the Strongbows? This was the WWF. This is the WWF.
Yeah. So when you do yours, because of the ones I don't know, like them, the Strongbows, please, if you can, just let me know what side of the street, as we call it in boxing.
Yeah. These guys were baby faces. You know what I'm saying? I remember watching them back. These guys was running around when Bob Backlund was WWF champion. I don't recall. I think they may have captured the WWF title at one point. I think. Yeah, Brian H. You remember them, right? Oh yeah. Akanda, what's good, my brother? Yup, main biker, Tim TV. If I miss you in the chat, know that I love you. Sam Max, salute. Yup, the Strongbos, Chief J Strongbow and Jules Strongbow. I remember you heard of the Indian strap match? You ever heard of that?
No, I never heard of that. No.
That was when you take a strap and they tie up each other's wrist and you fight it out. All right, Jermaine. Jermaine, drop your email. So I could send you this link. If y'all don't know, Jermaine Jubilee is a wrestler. If y'all don't know. Yeah, he's a wrestler. Jeff Sparks, salute. So I remember he had an Indian strap match versus Greg Valentine. And his thing was, in a point of match, when you be beating him down, he starts doing the Indian dance. And he'd power up and start kicking your ass. Right? And I had it on VHS. I had it on VHS. Okay. I had it on VHS when he fought Greg Valentine and the match spilled into the it spilled onto the floor.
They might have it on YouTube. They got a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah,
matches on YouTube.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of great wrestling content. A lot of great wrestling content on YouTube. And a fan tried to grab the chair because Greg Valentine went to grab a chair, and a fan tried to grab it from him. And Greg started whooping this guy's ass, and the security had to grab him. Listen, please don't walk up on these wrestlers thinking that it's a game. These guys are like big for real. They will kick your ass. Stop it. For real, man. The Strongbows. Let me send hold on a minute. Hold up, let me see. Give me a second, Steve. You know what I'm gonna do, Steve? I'm gonna send a link to What?
Were they actually Native American though, Drew?
I don't think Chief J Strongbow was. He actually had an Italian last name, I think. It was Salkba or something like that. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Yo, word, Brian H, that giant black dude that's walking around at WWE now? Wow, that dude is huge as hell. That dude is like a giant, man. Yo, Steve L, I'm gonna send you the link on the gram. It's too much for me to type on the text. Give me 1 second.
But see, I kind of like this because we kind of like exchanging, generations and cultures right now. So I like when me and Drew kind of do it. I mean, you could tell Drew grew up before the Attitude Era, way before the Attitude. He probably by that time. To me, that was the last good era. You know what I mean? That was the last good era. And then,
I fell off.
It became what it became because I heard that Vince gave it over to Stephanie and Triple H.
He's having some issues right now. They talking about him.
I heard. I actually
trafficking
heard.
And stuff. I didn't investigate it, but I'm like, man, why cats wait until now? Trying to get Steve.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That man dedicated his life to that, man. He worked for his grandpops, then his dad, and then he took it over.
All right, Steve, I'm about to send you the damn, now I see why, you basically need an engineer when you do terrestrial radio, because doing all this shit yourself can be quite tedious.
Yes. Yeah, facts.
All right, Steve, I sent you a link on the DM. Brian H. I mean, not Brian H. Jermaine Jubilee, you follow me on the gram, right? Are you on the gram? Jermaine, if you're on the gram, DM me right now, so I'll send you a link. So that's the Strongbows. Google them. I didn't want to get too deep into the history because it'll make the show longer, but the Strongbows, this is throwback right here. You know what I mean? Hell yeah. Next up, what do you know about the Blackjacks? What you know about the Blackjacks?
Man, I don't know.
You don't know about them?
I never even. Nah,
so I did the Indians and Cowboys straight up. This is from the 70s. Blackjack Lanza and Blackjack Mulligan. Let me give you a little history. Do you know you don't know who these men are? I'm gonna tell you. Blackjack Lanza, his son is JBL.
For real?
Yup, that's his pops.
Wow.
That's his pops. Blackjack Mulligan, his son is Barry Windham.
What?
Yeah, that's their pops right there. The Blackjacks. It's throwback. And if you look at Mulligan, he looks just like, well, his son looked just like him.
Yeah, he does. Now that you said that.
These guys was rough houses, man. They were the Cowboys. And, they were the ultimate heels.
Who did they belong to, though?
They were in the WWF. Well, back in the day, it was the WWF. It was 3 W's.
Okay.
These guys was rough houses, man. They would come to the ring and just flat out beat the shit out of you. And I'm going to do another show about the best managers in wrestling. Because there's a lot of guys I used to watch on TV.
Oh man. Well, I gotta keep it 100. You already know. Mine's gonna be the legendary James J. Dillon.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. I got another show, bro. Word up, man.
We might have a lot of the same dudes. We might have to just do that one together. Because I think we're gonna have a lot of the same dudes.
Yeah, we definitely gotta do that. We definitely gotta do that, man. There's a lot that's real deep, man.
I don't think I ever did that.
How many of y'all in chat remember the Grand Wizard? He walked around with a turban on his head. Captain Lou Albano. Come on, bro. Man, that's got sensational Sherry. Word up. Yo, it's a deep conversation. It's a deep conversation, man. Word, Jimmy Valentine. I'm telling you, there's a lot. Luscious Johnny Valiant. Come on, bro. Yo, Johnny Valiant tried to holler at my aunt in the 70s in a bar. I'm dead serious. That shit was ridiculous, bro.
I believe it.
Dead serious. So the Blackjacks, these guys was rough houses, man. I remember watching them. I believe they who did they jump one night? My pops was watching wrestling. They jumped somebody. These guys were the ultimate heels. I mean, look at them. These guys were the ultimate heels, bro. It was hilarious, man. It was hilarious. The Blackjacks, Blackjack Mulligan and Blackjack Lanza. Let me refresh the page. Let me know when you DM me, Jermaine. Steve L. The link is in your DM. All right, next. You gotta know these dudes, the Wild Samoans.
You gotta be. I know they related to The Rock. I put
of course.
I put $1 million on it. They related to The Rock and Rikishi and Roman Reigns.
All of them.
For the
I believe it. Man, started right here.
It's on his mom's
Man
side.
started right here.
On his mom's side. Actually, to be honest with you, they kind of favor both of them. In the face.
Sika and Alpha, I believe.
The eyes and the nose.
I think Alpha, I want to say, all right, I don't want to get it too fucked up, but there's a whole lineage. Every Samoan running around in the WWF right now, the WWE, spawned off from these two fellas right here. I think one of their daughters married Rocky Johnson. No.
Yes.
No, wait, hold on.
It might be say sister or cousin or something.
It's Peter Maivia, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Okay.
His daughter married Rocky Johnson, and Rocky Johnson made The Rock. But somehow they're related to them. And these dudes were wild as hell. These dudes were extreme wrestling. This was as extreme as you got with these guys right here. They run around biting people and headbutting people.
And who did they belong to, Drew?
This is the WWF.
WWF. Okay.
This is the WWF. And they ran around barefoot. And I have a match. It's got to be on YouTube. Where it was the Wild Samoans versus Jimmy Snuka and Andre the Giant. And I remember and it was at Madison Square Garden. Huh?
And guess what, Drew?
What's that?
Jimmy Snuka. Who is he related to? He's also related to The Rock. You know, and his daughter is also related. Yeah, I'm telling you, because
if they're not blood related.
I remember when I seen an article on Jimmy. I think they related to his mom somehow, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, because I remember they talked about the daughter, and the daughter said that The Rock was her cousin.
Yeah, if it's not by blood, it's by marriage. Or somehow all of these guys are related. Somehow I think Vince McMahon employed the goddamn island. Goddamn. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because
he said he employed the island.
Yeah, man. Because all right, you just follow me. All right, let me see. Let me see if I can get Jermaine up here.
Yo, I'm dead serious, Drew. I could be wrong, but I heard that they said, yeah, Jimmy's, because I remember her talking about it in an interview when she was wrestling. She was like, yeah, The Rock is my cousin. I'm like, what? God. I was like, yo, he worse than my mom's side of the family. Like, Dad, he related to everybody. I thought my mom's side of the family was bad. With her having 12 brothers and sisters. So I'm like, dang, bro, The Rock? I got nothing on The Rock. He walking out with Roman Reigns now.
Yup.
His probably his second cousin, because him and Rikishi is first cousins.
I sent to Jermaine.
Rikishi is first cousin.
I sent to Jermaine. And Haku is his uncle somehow. JC in the building, salute.
See?
And I heard some stories about Haku, man. I heard he's like real life, one of the toughest mofos like in the world, like real life. You know about the story where he had like some beef in a diner? Bro.
No.
After a show, he's sitting down in a diner eating, and some drunk dude came up to him and started talking crazy. And he was like, leave me alone. So dude kept talking, and he jumps up and literally bit his nose off. And the guy goes running out, and they call the police, and the police come there, and they said he's still eating his food. And he's like, hold on 1 second, y'all. Take over for me, Act. Let me take this.
Yeah. Crazy stories. Speaking of crazy stories, one story that I heard about was Mr. Perfect and Brock Lesnar on a plane. They both from Minnesota, and dudes from Minnesota, I heard they pride themselves on being good wrestlers. And I heard that Mr. Perfect actually suplexed Brock Lesnar on the airplane. They said Ric Flair was drunk in his robe, walking around half naked, laughing. Everybody else, it was like a big brawl on the airplane. Like, you know, they couldn't even.
Oh, you talking about the airplane ride from hell? Yeah, I know about that. That was crazy. They could have died.
They was bugging out all of the, like, Mr. Perfect and freaking Brock Lesnar started this. And this is when Brock Lesnar, this is early 2000, so Brock Lesnar was in his prime around this time.
That's a true story.
Mr. Perfect.
That's a true story. That's a true story. Yo, that was wild. Yo, that was wild.
They said Ric Flair was the only one not fighting. He was just drinking, laughing at everybody.
Ric Flair was banging chicks in the bathroom. That's a true story. It was. So he bites this guy's nose off. The police came and they said, "Hey man, you know, did you bite some guy's nose off?" He said, "Yeah, I did. You know, the nose is over there, like on the floor over there. Stop bothering people." Then I heard Stevie Ray from Harlem Heat. They had gotten into a bar fight. And he went in there like, "Yo, what the hell's going on?" And he said he walked over there and he sees how cool. He literally has some dude in a Tongan death grip. Like in real life. Got him by the throat, choking him. And he's literally throwing these people around. And Stevie had to go grab him and be like, "Yo, bro, we got to get out of here, man. The police are coming to lock all of us up." So this dude was like a tough guy for real. Like he would like beat the shit out you in real life, man. Please stay away from these guys. Wrestlers get thrown around and they sell on purpose for our entertainment. But when you walk up on these guys be like 6'5", 6'6", 300
That's what
pounds.
I'm saying, bro.
Please don't play yourself. These guys, do not play yourself, man. I heard a bunch of stories. You know who else was a real nigga in the street? The Iron Sheik. Billy Graham told the story about him. How he had beat the shit out some dudes in a airport or something.
He's related to. Believe it or not, I think he's related to somebody in wrestling too. I'm not gonna say the
all of these dudes. There's the Sheik, the Sheik, and then there's the Iron Sheik. The Sheik, and then there's the Iron Sheik. I know who the Sheik's nephew is. He's actually on this list. True Boxing Night, salute, good brother. Let's go to the next ones. Now here we go. Who remembers the U.S. Express? Who remembers them?
Barry Windham. I remember Barry Windham.
Yep. That's Black Jack Mulligan's son right there. Barry Windham and Mike Rotundo. Well, you know how you might know Mike Rotundo? Act?
How?
You might know him by another gimmick named IRS. Remember he was running around with the $1 Million Man?
He was with Ted DiBiase?
Yeah, that's IRS. That's him.
Okay.
That's also Bray Wyatt's father.
I don't remember him, but I know the million. I gotta know the $1 Million Man because of Robbie the Brain Heyman. So I gotta, you know, what I mean, I definitely.
That's Bray Wyatt. That's Bray Wyatt's father. That's Bray Wyatt's father. Yep, that was crazy. And shout out to Bray Wyatt, man. That was a shock when that guy passed. That was crazy. Joe Townsend in the building. The U.S. Express, their gimmick was they were the good old American boys. They were waving that white flag, and their rivals was the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov. And
he said Barry was the best horseman ever. Listen.
He was also a horseman. The fourth spot was always up for grabs. I'm
always you know who I'm gonna say is the best, Drew.
Oh yeah, Rick. But
Slick Rick.
There was always 3 solid horsemen: Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, and the fourth one was Ole Anderson. Ole Anderson, right? When he retired because he couldn't do it no more, the fourth spot was always up for grabs. And Barry Windham, When he became a horseman, he was a motherfucker. Don't believe this smile. He's really a good heel. He was a very good heel. A very good heel. As a matter of fact, when he was trying to work out his gimmick when he came back to the WWF, him and JBL's first gimmick when he came to the WWF was Justin Hawk Bradshaw. And his hair is really blonde. A lot of y'all might not know that or remember that. And him and Barry got together and they became the New Blackjacks. Didn't last too long, but they became the New Blackjacks in honor of their fathers. Oh yeah, Thomas. I remember that feud. The Dustin Rhodes and Barry Windham feud. That was dope.
Yo, Drew, give me a second. I want to find the DVD real quick. I want to.
Oh, okay. Okay. Jermaine, you having a problem getting on? Damn. It might be the area you're in. It might be the area you're in. Damn. Damn, I want to get Jermaine on the panel. Sheesh. What's it saying when you click the link? What is it saying? Man, but I remember this tag team, man, the US Express. And they could never get off pause on Sheik and Volkov, man. But this was, my gosh, this was like, you wanna know how far back this is? Guys, this is before WrestleMania 1. That's why they look so young here. This is before WrestleMania 1. Before WrestleMania 1. This was before. Oh, you inboxed me? Hold on, let me see.
I don't know if y'all can see it, but as y'all can see, the Four Horsemen DVD.
What?
Right? And this is before I was thought about.
Yo, Steve, put your email in the DM right now. What the hell is that? Put your email in there. Now I'm gonna send it to your email. That is crazy.
Actually, Barry Windham is actually on this. Is on this cover.
Let me see what you. I'm sorry, Steve L is having issues getting on. Steve L and Jermaine Jubilee, send me your emails in the DM so I can send it to your email. And we'll do it that way. We'll do it that way. Hold up that DVD one more time. Ric Flair in the 4. Yeah, bro. I got a box set. I got a 2-disc box set with Ric Flair. Yeah, man.
Rick is like, my older brother Jeffrey gave this to me. He gave me this because he know because of him I like Rick, and he gave it to me. It was one of my birthdays he gave me. He just popped up on it. Came from Baltimore.
So that's
it's a 2-disc edition. It has the matches and the promos.
Man, he cut the best promos, man. So salute to Ric Flair, man. Yeah, so that's the US Express.
We might have to do that. We might have to do that together too. The top promo.
Oh, Ric Flair. Oh, yeah.
That did the prop. Ric Flair, Macho Man. You know, we might have to. You know, The Rock, Stone Cold. Yeah. We might have to. Yeah, we're gonna have to collaborate on that one too.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ric Flair gonna probably have to be number 1. Kurt Hennings. Damn, he look young.
Scott Hall.
And Scott Hall?
Scott Hall.
God damn.
Yep. It's the 80s, baby.
These is people that I actually know because they translated over into my era. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So they was still relevant in my era.
This was the AWA, All American Wrestling Association. American Wrestling Association. It used to come on Channel 11 when you can catch it. Channel 11 on Saturdays. I forget which time. Their times was a little fugazi. And this was like the Southern promotions because there was different territories, Southern, Midwest, you know what I mean? And they had some belts for a little while. Curt Hennig and Big Scott Hall. Scott Hall was a big dude, man. Scott Hall was a really big dude.
Michael Ray, I agree with you though. He said R. Anderson cut some great pro. He did.
Yeah, this guy, these guys, they were baby faces for a little while.
Yo, they was young though, Drew. You showing me
man.
Dudes like real when they was young, like yo, he might have killed Brock Lesnar if it would have been back then.
Yo, bro, Scott Hall was
on the plane if it would have been back then.
They used to call him
Brock Lesnar is small.
Nah, they used to call him Big Scott Hall. He was big, man. He was like wide.
Yeah, Scott
big.
Hall is small. What was he like? 6'5"?
He was like about 6'5", 6'6". He was a big dude, and I think he got a body.
He was around there.
He got a body. He had gotten to it in the street and killed somebody. That's like real. He beat the case. He had gotten to it in the street and he killed somebody. He legit killed somebody. You know, I was like, oh man, it was unfortunate. I think someone, I don't know. I think someone tried to stab him.
Self-defense.
It was self-defense. It was self-defense, but it was unfortunate.
You know what they said was real and he was crazy? Drew?
Who's that?
I know he may not be on here. Psycho Sid.
Oh, Sid Vicious? Oh, I got a story about Sid Vicious.
Sid Vicious, yeah, Sid Vicious, yeah. They said, yo, because they talked about it on this DVD. He stabbed one of the horsemen. I don't remember which one. No. There was so much going on.
Here's what happened. He got into it with Arn Anderson.
Okay, it was on. Okay,
they were all trying to talk about a finish on one of the matches. And they had gotten into a fight. And Arn stabbed him. And
Arn stabbed him.
Arn stabbed him. And he didn't know he was bleeding out. And Vader saw Sid just walking around holding like where the stab wound was. And he said he was looking like a zombie. Yeah. And he was bleeding out. They called the ambulance and Vader took his finger and put it in the hole, so he wouldn't bleed out.
Wow.
That's a true story. Arn Anderson almost killed him. It was crazy, man.
Arn is a real one.
He's a real one, bro. He's like, I ain't fighting your big ass. Watch this. He juked him. So Curt Hennig and Scott Hall. This was a good tag team to watch. Oh yeah, I know about the Ron Simmons stories. Ron Simmons, when he be in the back, Ron Simmons said that Scott Steiner was like a bully backstage to certain people, but they didn't go near Ron because Ron would be back in the locker room talking about, yo, I am unfuckwittable. They said all that clowning around that they did, they didn't fuck with Ron because Ron was a real dude. I was like, all right. I was like, yeah, so that shit ain't fly with Ron. So that's Curt Hennig and Scott Hall. Now, right here, these guys right here, the Rock and Roll Express. Ricky Morton and
like my oldest sister Anita, she loved him. So I had to know who they was. I know the Rock and Roll Express.
Yeah, man. These guys were very, very talented. Notice the mullets. This is
80s.
This is very 80s right here. But these guys are super talented. They're very decorated. And they still do appearances today. They're old as hell. But these guys were very, very, you want to talk about ring generalship as it applies to what we're doing, like what they do here. All right, let me I'm gonna send this to Steve Elder Mac right here. Copy. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me get this invite. These guys were technicians. Oh, Joe Townsend, we just jumping all over the place. We did because there's 1,000 tag teams that I grew up watching.
We didn't even get to mine. We ain't even
Yeah, we
get
ain't
to
get to
mine
yours yet. We ain't get to yours yet. Yeah. We didn't get to yours yet. All right, Steve L. Let me send this to you. All right, it's sent, Steve L. It's sent. And Jermaine, did you
Pooh man, that's how I know you got me by a couple years, but I already could tell you grew up off of the Attitude Era. I already could tell by the people that you named.
All right, Jermaine. Jermaine, I'm sending you your link right now. I just sent it. Just sent it right now. Okay, cool. Now let's see what happens there. There we go. Steve L. the Mizak, salute. Here we go.
Oh man, look what Tay said. Drew, look what she said. I knew I shouldn't have threw on the glasses. I knew I shouldn't have threw on the glasses.
Secret Superman. Yes, sir.
Yo, what's good? What's good, Steve Fidel? Good to see you, bro. I ain't see you since the fight, chick.
Yeah, man, I'm good, bro. You know, I still haven't been asleep yet. You know, I get off work at like 6:40, but sleep is for when I'm dead or something, you know.
Yeah, no doubt. It's Friday,
Yeah.
man. Live a
Yeah, I
little.
be at the gym too, so I skip gym day. That's all.
No doubt. You didn't get that rest in. Yeah, man. So Rock and Roll Express, these guys was absolute technicians. They were fun to watch. They were good. Or any kind of submission hold you could think of, and they were quick. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Robert Gibson is deaf. Is he deaf? Because he always did sign language. I think he's deaf. If you watch him,
that's amazing.
Ricky would be talking.
You'll never see that again.
When they be celebrating when they celebrate in the ring, he's doing sign language. He was doing sign language, man. I think he's deaf.
Yeah, I can't tell you, Drew. I can't even tell you, bro.
Yeah, man. You could Google all of these guys. There's a lot of great. I didn't even realize this until like maybe a year ago. There's a lot of great content creators that talk wrestling way deeper than I can. And I subscribe to all of them. And there's some guys out there, and they get these guys on their show. That's another thing. And that's something else I want to start doing. Because, man, I mean, this is my childhood right here.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys got me through the 80s, man. Let me tell you, I had a lot of entertaining things in the 80s, man. I mean, there's things, and there's certain conversations that I'm not going to touch on this show without the sensei being here.
Understand that.
like when I'm gonna talk about the Kung Fu flicks, but I refuse to do that unless the sensei Stormy B-Man is on the panel, because he knows Kung Fu films. He knows his stuff. Jermaine Jubilee, salute, good brother.
You about the Shaw Brothers. He gonna tell you about the Shaw Brothers and all that good stuff.
Absolutely. Jermaine, you on mute, brother.
Jermaine.
Just hit that little audio button right there. Oh shit! Wait.
Hey, he kicked the X.
He hit the X.
It's always to the left, my nigga. It's always to the left.
It's
Not
it's
the
a little
right.
learning curve. I think the brother might be at work.
Yeah. No, but Drew, like the Strongbow, like I know all of them, but I never watched them wrestle nothing like that. But I know who they is from my uncle. And I got into wrestling like Dragon Ball Z from my mom's youngest brother.
Yep.
But he's a kid, you know. So yeah, so I've been watching wrestling since '92. I was about 4 or 5 years old, like 4 years old.
Wow.
Before the Attitude Era, brother. Yeah.
Wow. So looking at some of the old shit might even hurt your eyes. There's no pyro. The crowd is not really as animated as it is today.
Man, dry as hell. Hulk Hogan in the 80s, bro. That was so ridiculous. I look back at it, bro.
Yo, Hulk Hogan took wrestling to another level.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, because I wasn't around for it, but my brothers and sisters, my older brothers and sisters, they would agree with Drew. They'll be like,
Yeah,
oh,
Andre
you
the
don't know.
Giant too.
Like I'm telling you, if they was here right now in my house, they'd be
You-
like, oh, Andre the
you
Giant.
ever-
They
You ever
would say
see
that
Andre the
that's the
Giant kick
star.
somebody? You ever see Andre the Giant
Big
kick
Boot.
somebody, bro?
The Big Boot. That's what it was called. The Big Boot.
I know, but it was fake, bro.
Yo, check it out.
Yo,
That's
but
what I'm
look,
saying.
but Steve Elderman, you know what they'll tell you? That's when wrestling was real. That's when
Yeah, yeah.
wrestling was real.
Yeah.
Back when
Yo.
wrestling was real.
Yo, listen. That's what I'm saying. Y'all got into wrestling late. Y'all will never understand Hogan's heel turn.
Drew,
The biggest thing in the world.
Drew, I promise I understand. I was there for it. Before I was there with the red and yellow. I know enough of it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I know.
This dude,
Trust me.
Hogan was wrestling, bro. He took that rock and roll era, the
Yeah.
rock and wrestling era, that took wrestling
Yep.
to another level.
Yup.
And it was brilliant. So when he turned heel
Yup.
with
The
Hall and Nash,
NWO.
a big thing, and that's what put WCW over. And Vince McMahon was like, "Oh shit, I didn't see him doing that." I mean,
Yep.
that was insane. I know Jermaine's backstage; he's having a little bit of a difficulty. We'll get him on. So let me go to the next tag team right here. So we had the Rock and Roll Express.
What pay-per-view was that? Was that Bash at the Beach?
Bash at the Beach.
I rewatched it.
It was Bash at the Beach. And
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you,
I rewatched
I
it.
wasn't gonna watch it. You know why?
I rewatched it.
Because WCW was just doing the same thing that the WWF was doing for years. I said, okay, here comes Hulk Hogan. He's going to kick their ass. And he got in the ring. And I'm just watching like, all right, they're going to start selling the Hogan and it's going to be the same old bullshit. He's going to say Randy Savage. And what I thought that Hogan was going to start beating up Hall and Nash.
Nope.
And Randy was going to get up off the floor and be like, yo, I don't need your help. And then Randy was going to flip. Because that was always the situation with them.
Nope. Macho Man got his ass beat.
When he started leg dropping Randy Savage, I said, what the fuck are you doing?
Yup.
I said, oh shit.
And I watched all that shit live, Drew. I remember like it was yesterday. I watched all that live, bro.
Yo,
That's one thing my mama did. She ordered every pay-per-view for me. Everyone, WWF especially.
Bro,
I'm
let me
telling
tell
you.
that
I'm
threw
telling
me
you.
off. I did not see that coming, bro. And I was an adult when that happened. I did not see that coming. They got me. I said,
Yep.
oh shit, he done turned heel. I was like, that's dope. That's dope. And that's when wrestling
And
took a
But they were saying that whole night. I wasn't there for it, but I rewatched it. He said, yo, they were saying like, yo, we got somebody that's going to be a part of it. Everybody was wondering, who is it? Who's it going to be? It was Scott. It was the outside. It was the outside.
Yeah. Yep.
Third man, I said, oh shit. Yo, that made the news, y'all. It made the news. That's how big it was. Because Hulk Hogan was the man's man. Oh, Jermaine said it's blocking you. It might be a connection because you was backstage, bro.
Yeah. I just know that Monday after that happened, there was a rap at school. Because we talk about it the next day at school because they was every Sunday. So,
Yo,
yeah.
my boys called me. They said, yo, was you watching wrestling? I said, yeah, I was actually. They was like, yo, Hulk Hogan just turned into a bad guy. I said, that's crazy.
It's like with me, I always been fans of villains though.
Him as Hollywood Hogan. I liked him as Hollywood Hogan.
He didn't
think
start
he
his
did a good
career.
job.
He started his career as a heel. A lot of people
Yeah, when he had hair. The boy had that long hair.
His name was Terry Boulder.
Yup. Yup.
Yup.
I bet you never seen Mr. Nanny.
Who?
Hulk Hogan movie, Mr. Nanny.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Okay. All right.
Crazy.
All right.
I never seen that.
What y'all
The
know
Midnight
about
Express.
Midnight Express.
Stan
All
Lane.
those dudes you bringing up, Ric Flair made a promo about all these dudes.
Oh
Yeah. Yeah.
Ric Flair got all of it.
Yo, let me tell you. Sensational Stan Lane. No, Sweet. They called him Sweet Stan Lane and Beautiful Bobby Eaton. Let me tell you about this guy, Stan Lane. There was a wrestling event in Manhattan, and he was long out the ring. He was working for the WWF, but he was commentating. And let me tell you something. The bitches was on this dude. They were on this dude, yo, like grown, yo, white women. White women. They were in his face. Yo, now look, this is a picture of him in the 80s. That event, I forgot how I ended up down there. Right. But he was there. His hair was cut a little short. He had the pearly white teeth. He had a tuxedo on. The women were on. They were like lined up. And I was hearing them talk. Oh my God, he's so handsome. Oh my God. Oh my God. I just want to smell him. I heard a chick say she just wanted to smell him.
Joe, I get that shit happen to me every day, bro. Stop playing. Now he said, how's this?
Lane?
What'd you say? What'd you say, Ak?
No, I say you talking about Stan Lane or Bobby?
Stan Lane. They were on him.
Oh, Stan Lane. Okay.
They were on him. I said, damn. They were lined up. The chicks was on him. And he was like far removed from the ring. He was like a ring announcing commentating at that point. But these guys were good technicians. And they were fun to watch. The Rock and Roll Express were their rivals. And a salute to Jim Cornette with that tennis racket.
You already know.
Go subscribe to his YouTube channel. That guy has a podcast that is amazing. That guy is amazing. I always liked Jim Cornette, man. I remember when they jumped the Boogie Woogie Man. And I was watching TBS and I was playing the NWA program and they beat him with a bat. I was pissed off, man.
They beat him with a bat.
I was pissed off, man. I said, man, they had to hit him with a bat. God damn, man. They fucked him up, man. But the Midnight Express, man, these guys were the truth, man. You see all that gold they got? Yeah, they were the truth. Now this right here.
Well, Ric Flair would have said, Drew, we got more hardware than Ace hardware.
Now these guys were the rivals to the U.S. Express. All right, the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov. As a kid, you know the Russian national anthem thanks to this guy. All right, I didn't know the words, but I know the song. Oh
man.
I know that him. And these guys were heels.
Brolic, yo. He ripped.
Yo, in his prime, he was strong as hell, man. You see his body? Pause.
You remember the dumbbells?
He's ripped, bro.
Yo, superstar Billy Graham told a story. They were out somewhere, and I don't know why these dudes think that fucking with these wrestlers, think that if you hit them in real life, they're gonna start selling for you and falling all over the floor and rolling on the floor and shit. Nah. Some dude tried to run up on the Iron Sheik, and Billy Graham said that he took that dude and like put him through a window or something, and then walked through the window and proceeded to stomp his fucking ears together on concrete. And then he went back in and the guy that he was with chased him around and shit. That shit was crazy, bro. Iron Sheik was a real one, man, for real. And National Choir Star said Drew Cappin, he learned Russian from the anthem from Rocky IV.
From Rocky IV, facts. From Drago. From the Siberian Husky.
Do me a favor. Somebody put Jermaine Jubilee's link in the chat. Y'all go subscribe to Jermaine Jubilee. He has a show under Daryl Thomas on Facebook, 6 p.m. every day. All right. This man is a wrestler. Independent promotion, but I've been by his page. So the guys in the industry, you can say, and go support my brother, Jermaine Jubilee. Please put his link in the chat and go subscribe. Greatly appreciated. Trill Will in the building. Salute. Yep. Yeah, the Iron Sheik. That's right, Brian H. The Iron Sheik took off after he submitted Bob Backlund.
Yep.
And he submitted him, and then the Iron Sheik became the WWF champion for only what, a month?
You remember him and Sergeant Slaughter?
Yeah. I remember Sergeant. And there it is. Thank you guys. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pin his. I'm gonna pin it to the top. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Jermaine Jubilee. Thank you, Pooh Man. I appreciate that. And I think he held it for like a month.
Pooh Man, I see you, bro.
That was when Hollywood Hogan. Well, not Hollywood. Hulk Hogan beat the Sheik. The year was probably 1983, probably. I don't remember. And then that was when Hulkamania took off. But the Iron Sheik, Nikolai Volkov. The Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov. Nikolai Volkov, from what I understand, was an actual strongman competitor. That was another dude that was big as hell. Go subscribe to Comic Cons. It's right there in the chat. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to my brother. Comic Cons, right there in the chat. Go subscribe. He was actually a strongman. And if you look at his size, I think Iron Sheik is my height. I think. Look at Nikolai Volkov, man. It's not a game, man. He was a big dude.
Yeah.
He was a big dude, man. He was a real big dude, man. I mean, that shit was real. And these guys were the ultimate heels, man. I hate it when they come out. They were managed by Classy Freddie Blassie.
Classy Freddie Blassie.
Yep. Who also introduced another manager by the name of Slick. Y'all remember Slick? The black dude?
No, I only remember Teddy Long being black in the industry. That's it.
Well, Classy Freddie Blassie introduced Slick. I remember when he debuted. That shit was funny as hell, man. Shout out to Slick, who's a minister now. Now this tag team right here were
Radio and Daddy. You already know St. Louis in the building.
Yep. This guy was annoying as fuck. These guys these guys were the heels of all heels.
No.
And they did their job so good, man. Rowdy Piper and Cowboy Bob Orton.
Yep.
Randy Dad. Rest in peace to Rowdy Piper, man. This dude and these dudes were assholes, and they did their job so well, man. Bob Orton, if you beefing with Rowdy Piper, he's so animated and his hands start shaking. He start running around the stage and shit. And then Bob Orton would snuff you. And there was one point where he was walking around with a cast on his arm. He snuffed you with the cast. Boom! It would stomp your man. These dudes would snuff you crazy. They were the ultimate heels in the 80s, man. Ain't getting no better than that. Matter of fact, before Rowdy Piper came to the WWF, he had a feud with Ric Flair, I think in the AWA.
Yep, I remember that.
He was
like I said, I seen their little feud, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So all these dudes. So when you watched different promotions when I was a kid, I used to be like, well, what if this guy fought that guy that's over there? Come to find out, they all fought each other. You just probably didn't even see it. Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3, that wasn't the first time they fought.
Nope.
It wasn't. They fought like 3 times in Japan in the early 80s. You know what I'm saying? So it was a spectacle by the time we got it. But Bob Orton and Rowdy Piper, that was the shit. Now these two dudes right here.
Big John Studd,
rest in peace to him, and King Kong. Yeah. These guys, who remembers Brian H? Let me talk to my OGs in here. Yo, who remembers when it was on Piper's Pit? Let me go back to Piper's Pit. And they grabbed the Haiti kid, the midget wrestler, the black kid, the black dude. They grabbed the Haiti kid and they cut his hair. They cut his hair to a mohawk because Roddy Piper was about to fight Mr. T in the boxing match.
And Roddy Piper cut himself black. His hair. I'm an OG, Drew. I don't care what you're talking about. I knew where you was going with that. Yeah. I was waiting on it. I knew it. Yeah.
Oh, bro, they jumped the Haiti Kid. The Haiti Kid was a midget wrestler,
Yep.
and they jumped him.
I gotta look all of it. I gotta look that one up. That one I
And
gotta
they
look.
held him down. And he said, "Yeah, who's gonna win the boxing match?" And he said, "Mr. T will beat you." And they took some clippers and started cut. They cut his hair into a mohawk. That was so fucked up. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yep.
So that Haiti Kid was running around looking like a little Mr. T.
Yep.
Nigga, that was fucking yo, bro. Yo, I say, yo, why they doing that to that little brother, man? That's fucked up, man. That was fucked up. They cut his hair to a mohawk, and he was like, he was small, but he had like a big head. He was a wrestler. He was a midget. Man, that shit was crazy. Oh wow, you wrestled Bundy? Oh, bro, I gotta hear about that. Damn.
Bunny was always ugly as hell to me, like Uncle Fester. For real.
Yeah, the dude could move though for his size.
Yeah,
he could
that's
move.
a fact.
He
Like
could
a Bam
move.
Bam Bigelow, yeah.
Now these guys, Bundy and Stud, they jumped Hulk Hogan on Saturday night's main event
Yep.
and bust up his ribs. And it was the Heenan family that did that. These guys were assholes. They also jumped Andre the Giant, knocked him out and cut his hair. They cut his afro. They did that on live TV. That shit was nuts. So these guys was running around creating havoc, man. And that led up to WrestleMania 1. Oh, wait, that's it right there? That's the haircut. Damn, I don't want to air it because you know how YouTube is, man. Now YouTube is, but click that link, y'all. They cut his fucking.
You see
Yeah, I
what
remember all of
Michael
that.
Ray-
Like, I
you see
remember
what
all of
Michael
that
Ray
shit,
said?
dude.
He said Piper fucked up Snooker with
Yeah, that was a
that link.
man,
Put that link in the chat. I gotta see
yeah,
that.
when he hit Jimmy
I see
Snooker with the
that. How you
coconut.
beat somebody up with bananas and coconut?
Yo, bro, he was talking to Snooker and then smacked him with the coconut, and he went around the
Yes,
wall. That
yes,
shit was
classic.
hilarious, bro.
Bro,
That
Piper
shit-
was that guy, bro.
Yeah, Piper was.
Piper was that guy, bro, for real. That Piper's Pit wasn't no joke, bro. Like,
And you know what
Yeah.
sucks? He's the illest heel. He's every bit the heel that Ric Flair was, but Piper never held the belt like that. He never held the belt. That shit was weird, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have gotten 78 on this panel, man. Next time we do wrestling, I'm gonna call it general.
78 would have been. Yeah, he know his shit too. Him and C.
But I know he be busy in the morning with the kids and stuff.
I would have loved that.
Yeah, next time we do it, I'm gonna get him on here
his stuff.
because it's 10 now. So where he live right now, they like
it's
what, an hour?
9:38. Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
hour behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're an hour behind.
Oh, there it is, right there. At the coconut incident. There it is, right there.
Okay.
Hey, Pooh Man on it. Shout out to
Yeah.
Detroit. Shout out to Detroit 313.
Now
Yeah, the
these
dream
niggas right
team.
here. The dream
Beefcake was
team.
lame to me, bro.
Greg the Hammer Valentine and Brutus Beefcake. Let me tell you
Beefcake.
something. These niggas were annoying.
Yeah, lame. They was lame.
These niggas were annoying. But they held those damn belts. I don't remember how long, but back then it seemed like an eternity. They did not lose until WrestleMania 2.
Yep.
And they lost finally to the British Bulldogs.
My man.
Yo, let me tell you the most annoying match in the world with these dudes. Their rivals were the British Bulldogs, Davey Boy Smith and the Dynamite Kid, right?
Yep.
I was watching one Saturday, and they would be going back and forth, right? And I think Greg Valentine shoulder blocked Dynamite Kid, and his foot was on him. And the ref counted 3, and that's how they won. I was like, no! Why? Can these dudes just lose, goddammit? And they finally dropped the belts at WrestleMania 2. Finally got them, man. finally got him, man. But these dudes were annoying as fuck. But their title reign, it was for real. Act, did you know that Brutus Beefcake and Hulk Hogan are cousins?
Nah, I didn't know that.
I ain't know that neither.
They're related. They're related. And y'all know who his nephew is, right?
Who?
Well, I'll get into that. I'll get into that. I'll get into that later. But he has a nephew. His nephew was in WCW for a little while. Horace Hogan.
Horace Hogan.
He looked just like his uncle. The shit is real.
Yeah.
He's a big dude. He was wrestling in Japan for years, making his own way, and he finally came to WCW, and he was rolling around with Raven for a little while. Raven and the Flock. And then we did his own thing. And,
yeah, I remember Raven.
Right. And then
Raven thought he was the Crow. He was the wrestling version of Brandon Lee.
Raven was that dude.
Yeah, Raven was that dude. I like
Go
Raven.
to Raven, nevermore. That was that dude.
Yeah, he was the dude, man.
Yeah, stop playing with me, bro.
Yeah, man.
Eee.
So dude was he came into his own, and when he stood in the ring with Hogan, they jumped him in to the NWO. They jumped him in, hit him with a chair and everything. And I looked at him. I said, "Shit, he looked just like him." So that dude Horace, yep. But these dudes, motherfuckers, they were goddamn annoying as hell.
Yeah.
But I don't know how long the title reign was, but it was enough to annoy me. And this was the 80s. This was WrestleMania 2. They dropped the belts finally to the Bulldogs, but they get an honorable mention. Well, they get a mention because they made some waves. The Dream Team was official. I remember the ring walk in WrestleMania 2. They were playing that Queen, We Are the Champions. They came out to that.
They got beat up.
And they got beat. They got beat that night. They got beat, but it was a hell of a match, though. See, it was less. There was some gimmicks there, but you appreciated the craft more back then. It was very nice, you know. So salute to them. And here they go, right here.
There they go.
The British Bulldogs.
Before he had the braids.
Davey Boy Smith and the Dynamite Kid, man. And they were very fast. They were ring technicians. That's their little dog. What the fuck was the name of the dog?
I remember when the dog passed away, bro. That shit was crazy to me. That shit was crazy, bro. My bad.
The dog that used to chase Slick around the ring. Matilda was the dog's name. That's what it was. Matilda used to chase Slick around the ring.
It was a girl?
It was a girl. Yep. And if you never saw the Dynamite Kid wrestle, if you watch Chris Benoit wrestle, then you've seen the Dynamite Kid. They wrestle just like technical
wrestlers.
When I first saw Chris Benoit wrestle, I said, man, he reminds me of the Dynamite Kid. Turns out that that was one of the people he I don't know if he trained with him or knew him, or I think they probably ended up as don't quote me on any of this because I don't know. I don't want to get none of this shit. So a lot of shit I'm saying might be wrong. Go to these other wrestling guys with the bigger channels that know. I think maybe Dynamite Kid was fucking around with Stu Hart up in Stampede Wrestling. Canada.
In Montreal,
yeah. You know, do some research on it. There was only so much I can do for the show. But this is just shit that I grew up watching. You know what I mean? And these guys, when these guys came to the WWF, they were true technicians. Yeah, and I enjoyed watching them, man. They were hard workers, man. And they left, and Davey Boy, you know, stayed around the industry. Dynamite Kid had some health issues, I understand. You know, I heard some things about how he behaves behind the scenes. I don't know. I can't confirm any of that. But these guys was really fun to watch, man. Yeah, Davey Boy's son wrestles too. Yeah.
Don't forget the British Bulldog with the Hart Foundation because he got married in, you know.
Got married in. That's right.
There they go.
The original Hart Foundation.
There they go.
Bret Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Yep. Bret Hart still around.
Yep. And
Jim passed away, I think, like 4 or 5 years ago. because his daughter wrestled Natalia.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I always like this this tag team right here.
And Bret Hart got a black wife, just to let y'all know. He know what it is.
Yeah, I know. He Canadian.
Yeah. French Canadian.
I know that, Bret.
There you go.
My best friend, he's a diehard Bret Hart fan, so he let me know all of that.
Well, I still use Bret Hart's quote to this day: "The best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be." I use it sometimes, bro. That's that should have never leave me.
Yep.
It's like speak it, believe it, receive it. That's how I take it. I was a little kid saying that shit, like to the best of my ability, nigga.
Yo, you know what killed me personally about Jim Neidhart? I got an older brother, y'all, and I used to laugh because I'm like, yo, why he look like a white version of you? Oh man, you like, yo, shut up. You beat me up around the house and shit, man. They go your twin, they go your white doppelganger. Like, yo, shut up. My mother was laughing. She said, what are you talking about? And I said, look. And my mom started cracking up. She said, well. Damn. A white version of my brother. That shit was crazy. Oh, Jermaine says Dynamite was a bully backstage. Word? Oh, man. Yep. You work with Anvil, too? Yeah, this guy was... He was at Stu's then because he working with Jim and stuff because that's what they trained at. Yeah, this guy, I like this team. They held the belts. When that died down, Bret got a push, and it was good to see. It was really, really good to see. But this is a classic tag team, the Hart Foundation, and I remember their finisher. It was really good, man. I really like these guys, man. This is straight 80s right here. Let's see what we got next here. Y'all remember the Killer Bees? No, not me. I don't. Jumping Jim Brunzell and B. Brian Blair. I don't even know them as individuals neither. Yeah, man. They their thing was they'd be losing the match, and then they go under the ring and they put on a mask, so then you wouldn't know which one is in the ring. The shit was crazy, man. But these guys were hard workers, man. And a lot of these guys had careers before they got to the WWF. See, the WWF had like monster gimmicks. But when you was wrestling in the Southern and Midwest promotions, it was just you. It was just you. You know what I'm saying? In the AWA, they would just be called Jim Brunzell and B. Brian Blair. But, when you got to the WWF, Vince put a whole goddamn gimmick on you. And this worked for them. I don't remember if they ever won a title or not. I don't remember. I doubt it. These guys were hard-nosed and they were fun to watch. Let me speed this along a little bit. The Brain Busters. Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson. How do you not know these cats, man? Yeah, I know Arn Anderson. I don't know the other one. I thought the other one was Dean Malenko until I read the name. I was like, oh, never mind. He's one of the Horsemen. He's one of the original Horsemen. Tully Blanchard.
They made my list. Yeah, Tony Blanchard and Arn Anderson. They on my list, so.
Yep.
I know.
Yeah, these guys are ring technicians. They could go. These guys could go. And man, I remember when they debuted on in the WWF. Their thing was they would make you submit. They would work a body part and they would make you submit. Their debut, if I'm not mistaken, their debut in the WWF, I said, oh shit, look, what the fuck are they doing here? And they made them, they got this dude and they twisted his arm up and then he was tapping. And that was their thing. Making you submit, not getting a pin, making you submit. I was like, damn, man. But these guys were technicians. See, I like watching all of that stuff. I like watching the ring work. It's like great chemistry, man. Great chemistry, man. Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson, they were official, man. These guys could, woo. Because there's certain things that certain wrestlers, they were very popular, but there's certain things that they couldn't do. And there were certain things that other guys could do, but they didn't get credit for it. It's like the underground rapper could be the greatest rapper you ever heard, but he's never gonna make Jay-Z money. You understand? That sort of thing. So I appreciated what these guys brought.
Okay.
Okay.
Before the roids. Okay. I remember him. You already know. That's why I knew him. Yup.
See, what people don't know is Scott was bigger, but Rick had the retard strength.
Yup. The barking and shit.
Another one's on the list. Facts.
Man.
Yup.
Rick.
They's wrestlers too.
I ain't gonna lie. I always thought there was something wrong with Rick.
Why? Because he barked.
Watch this, y'all. They're college graduates.
Exactly.
Ain't that crazy? So that means he played that role as a retard very, very
just
well.
Like Stone Cold, I never believed it.
Yup.
Look at you.
This dude.
I never would have believed it. He said,
before Scotty came around,
Stone Cold
Rick was a part of
graduate.
Rick was a part of the Varsity Club. I'll do a whole thing about different cliques in wrestling. But Rick was a part of the Varsity Club. And Scott came into WCW to save him from that. The Varsity Club was Mike Rotundo and a couple of other people, I forget. But Rick, in his prime, look at his physique in his prime. He was big as fuck. And he would clothesline the hell out of you. It was called the Steiner line.
Yep.
He would clothesline the hell out of you, man. This guy, man, was Kevin Sullivan was part of the Varsity Club. Thank you, guys. It was Kevin Sullivan, Mike Rotundo, and Rick Steiner. And Rick Steiner was like the deadhead of the crew. Man.
Yeah, would they call him the dog-faced gremlin or something like that?
Dog-faced gremlin.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, before Scotty got all Diesel, he was big here. He was big here.
Yeah, they was them dudes, bro. WCW, yo.
Before he got Super Diesel.
Another one with multiple finishes, though.
Bro,
Scott,
he was talented, man.
Scott had multiple finishes.
Scott was talented, man. Scott had a move where he'd hold you up and do a backflip and slam you. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Did you know y'all know what a shooting star press is?
Yeah.
Bro, you know he did that in the 80s?
That's crazy.
He did it. I saw him do it.
That's what's up.
I said, wait a minute, what the fuck? And he was doing that way before Brock Lesnar did it and almost killed himself live on pay-per-view. Y'all remember that? You remember
that? Yeah, I remember that. I almost broke his neck.
Yo,
I almost broke his neck.
it turned into a shooting star headbutt.
Yeah.
To Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
And I got up and left. I said, oh, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead.
Yeah.
But he lived, man. Thank God, because I don't like seeing accidents like that, man.
Yeah.
That shit was insane, man. But my God. But Scott was a pure wrestler once upon a time. He was a pure wrestler, and this dude was nice with it. Let's move it along. The Skyscrapers.
Look at Undertaker. Right, okay. Look at Undertaker, young ass.
Undertaker, the young Undertaker. The Skyscrapers. When Mark left, Sid took his place.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Skyscrapers, these guys. Mean Mark was that dude. He had the heart punch as a finisher.
Mm-hmm.
And he knocked the shit out you. But the Skyscrapers was that they man, listen, these guys were amazing, man. Coach, what up, Coach? Good to see you. Let me give Coach that ring. Yeah, the Skyscrapers were those dudes, man. That reminds me, I was watching Kevin Samuels one night, and Shorty told Kevin, she says, I'm dating a high value man. He said, okay, what does he do for a living? She said, he's a skyscraper.
Mm-hmm.
He said, come again? She said, well, that's what he said. That's what he says he is, or whatever. He said, you do know a skyscraper is a building, right? It's a structure, right? That bitch was dumb as fuck. Your man told you that he's a skyscraper.
That's crazy.
Skyscraper, nigga. What? My God, man. Let's move it along. I know we ain't got much time. There you go.
Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels. That's the 90s. You already know.
There you go. These
My hair
dudes.
used to be like Marty Jannetty's once upon a time, for real.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm playing. My shit crunchy as hell. Stop playing. I remember them like a mug though.
The Rockers, man.
From the beginning to the end.
Yeah, they were awesome, man. I watched them. I caught them a couple of times on the AWA, I believe. And then one day they popped up in the WWF, and these guys worked really good together. They really did until that fateful day.
Diesel, where you at?
Yeah, until that fateful day, man. The Rockers were really good workers, man. And salute to Marty Jannetty, man. He was having health problems and shit like that. So, is he okay? Does anybody know if he's okay?
I don't know.
I don't know. He popped up in ECW for a second. Everybody went through there. What y'all know about this?
Mm-hmm.
The Thrill Seekers. What y'all know? What y'all know about that?
I never knew they was a tag team, but I know who they is individually. Lance Storm is that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Jericho? That's
Jericho. You can sit in his face. Look. Yeah.
What y'all know about that?
I ain't never knew they was a team though.
Yeah, man. The Thrill Seekers. They're both Canadian. And they came out that Stu Hart gym. You know what I'm saying? I've watched video of them working together. They're pretty good, man. They were high flyers. They're pretty good, man. They're pretty good, man. You know, Lance Storm, I like him as a heel. He's from Calgary.
I remember when Stone Cold stalked him.
Man, yo.
Well, man,
you taking me there, bro. Strike Force, I remember that. Tito Santana, Rick Martel, man. I told you, there's a bunch of people I had, damn, man.
It's gonna always be a part 2, Drew. It can be a little serious. You already know.
Oh, man, you already know, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. I didn't know that. His leg got amputated, Marty Jannetty? Oh, man, that sucks, bro. Damn, yo, listen, man, wrestling, it's a business, man. And these guys are athletes, and they give their life to this shit. Yeah, I remember the Can-Am connection, too. I remember that. Michael Ray knows his shit, man. I'm telling you. Young DZ knows his shit, man. I'll tell you, there's a bunch of people I just didn't, and I didn't leave them off for any reason. There's just only so much time I had. Man, salute to Marty Jannetty, man. That's tough, man. That's fucking tough. This right here.
You already know. You already know.
Epic right there. When that happened.
Hey, stop playing. That's me and my brother all day. I'm Kane because I'm a younger brother, you know. But
when this finally happened, how did you view this when this happened, Ack? How did you feel? How did you view this?
Stop playing.
I'm gonna keep it real. I had the mask. I had the Kane mask. I had the little cut off Kane mask.
It just went how Kane came in, bro. Like y'all don't understand.
Fool in that, a little black kid with the Kane mask on.
With the little hairs.
I remember I didn't have the glove. I was ghetto. I had the little winter glove on, and me and my little brother, we used to be choke slamming each other in the tables.
He said, "Mom, buy me the leather glove." No, but how Kane came into WWF, Drew, like y'all don't understand how much. Y'all know how much, man. Kane was my dude growing up. Like y'all don't understand how this dude came in. Like it's crazy, man. But when they became a team, it was a wrap.
Yo, you just Brian H. I can't believe I didn't put them on the list. Let me give you an honorable mention right now. I can't believe I forgot that, bro.
Oh yeah, you talking about
Soul Patrol, Tony Atlas and Rocky Johnson.
Yup.
The Soul Patrol. That's an honorable mention right there, bro.
Yup.
Man, Rocky Johnson, did y'all know he sparred George Foreman, the boxing match?
Yeah.
He had hands in real life, man. Man, these dudes is diesel as hell, man. Look at them, man.
No steroids.
Well, I don't know about Atlas. I don't know about that. I don't know. I can't deny or confirm, but these dudes, Soul Patrol and Rocky. Yo, man, you ever saw Rocky Johnson wrestle? You never saw Rocky Johnson wrestle?
I have.
Ack, you ever saw Rocky Johnson wrestle?
I don't think I ever watched him.
Bro, he was nice. He was fast as hell. Man. Matter of fact, nah. I'm a run a risk. I'm a run a risk. Let me see. One of the matches I remember him in.
I don't know, Drew. I don't know if you should do it. This is such a good live.
Yeah, Drew, this is not effing Fridays. It's the Bear Cave.
Yeah. You know what? You're right. I ain't gonna do it. Anything WWF attached to it, forget it. You know what? Just
You're gonna get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get hit for it.
I watch it. I watch them.
Yeah,
I've been in my wrestling mode lately anyway.
Go to YouTube and just pull it up. Pull up. Oh, this was it. I have this on VHS, the 10-man tag team match. I'm gonna put the link in the description. It was a 10-man tag team match.
10-man.
I have this on video on my VHS. Watch that. Rocky Johnson went off in this video, man. On that match, he went bonkers. He's fast as hell. Hold up. Nah, I'm not airing nothing. Anything with Vince McMahon's name on it, don't even touch it. And one of the matches that I really loved was when he fought Don Morocco. Don Morocco, when they fought to Don Morocco was an Intercontinental champion, and Rocky Johnson had him in a sleeper. And he put him to sleep, and the time ran out. So Morocco kept the title. I was like, no!
Yeah, trash.
Damn, he beat him. I was like, damn.
Oh, you ain't know?
I'll let y'all take this right here.
Oh, you didn't know?
Your ass better call somebody.
Billy Gunn and Jesse James.
Man.
Yo, I used to use them in the video games, man.
Look at dude.
I used to use them.
Yo, man, these dudes. Healer, what's good, brother? Yeah, man, these dudes, man. This is the Attitude Era. They were funny as hell, man.
Yeah, this before DX too.
Yeah, it was before DX. I remember when they jumped LOD, when Triple H and Shawn Michaels jumped LOD, and they came out and just helped them.
Yep.
And they left the ring, and I remember Shawn Michaels was looking at them like, yo, that's not too bad, man. That's not too bad. I said, yo, they're gonna form a clique. I knew it. I saw it coming.
Yep.
And these dudes, man, they were good workers, man. And everybody has a history in the sport. You know, Billy Gunn had a few gimmicks in the WWE.
Yeah, he was partners with his brother Bart.
Bart Gunn, the Smoking Guns.
Yeah.
He was Rockabilly. And this one right here, Badass Billy Gunn or Mr. Ass, whatever you want to call him. You know what was crazy?
Mr. Ass. And his move was the famous ass.
Yeah, the famous stop playing. Stop playing.
You know what was crazy?
I'm an ass man.
You remember the video game?
I remember that as a kid.
Remember the video game for the N64? WWF 2000?
Yep.
His taunt move, he would moon you, but they would blur it out.
This dude right here, bro.
It was crazy. I said, damn. But these guys,
they would. Yup.
They would blur it out. I was like, man, they put that in the game? Sheesh.
That's crazy.
But even when they would get in the ring, Jesse James did his thing as a commentator.
He did.
Generation X probably presents to you.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead then. Do that then. Fuck it.
World, the new age outlaws.
Yep. And the whole audience will be with him with it. And that's
me too at the crib. Yep, chilling.
These dudes were These guys were special, man. They had a great run, man.
You already know the outsiders.
Come on now.
You already know.
Come on
Evan
now.
Nash, Scott Hall.
Man, that goes without saying. I remember when they did the invasion, right? When I was a kid, I loved it. That's one of the wrestling highlights I'll never forget in my life. When everything collabed and Vince bought everything, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And they fucked around with Stone Cold, and they messed around with, and he kidnapped Scott Hall. I was just rewatching all of that. Yo, bro.
I remember all of that shit.
Yo,
Stone Cold was a fool, yo.
He said traps around the goddamn arena.
Almost. It was his antics.
Oh, man.
Stone Cold literally kidnapped Scott Hall. He taped him up and everything to a chair.
Yep.
Oh my God, man. It was hilarious.
Man, y'all
gotta look that up. It's all on YouTube.
Drew, you better have Harlem. You better have Harlem Heat on here. It better be next.
R.I.P. Scott Hall, man.
Yo, listen. Some guys I left off. You know why? Because we gonna come back and revisit it.
Yeah.
You gotta come back and every time you say Harlem Heat, Booker T calling Hogan a nigga.
I know what you said. Hey, yo, Hogan, we got something for you, nigga.
Scared Sherry in the back like this nigga tripping. Now she's like, no, it's good. It's good. Stevie Ray had to take over. He didn't know what to say, but he said something.
Yeah. Because they go, I'm going to get pop. I'm going to get pop for using it.
He said, we coming for you, nigga.
He did the little head move. He did the head scratch. He said, damn.
He's like, damn it. Yo, I don't know how. Yo, did you hear the story? You remember when Ahmed Johnson went to WCW? And Booker T was feuding with Stevie Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Ahmed Johnson shows up to WCW as Big T, right? You gotta hear Stevie Ray tell this story. He said they had a match, and he took the music from Harlem Heat and said that Booker T couldn't use it, and he made Booker T come to the ring with the Leave It to Beaver theme song from the TV show Leave It to Beaver. So
that's crazy.
He's fighting Big T, and they had rehearsed the match in the back. It's like, okay, we're gonna do this, right? So then he said he's watching the match, and they locked up, and he noticed that Big T froze. And he said the match was just sloppy. And I remember watching this live, like, yo, what the fuck's going on? And then he said he just told Big T, he said, yo, fuck it, just throw me out the ring. And he threw him out the ring. Now, Stevie Ray says when he threw him out the ring, he said, if you listen to the audio, I run over to choke my brother. But he said, if you hear me laughing. When he's choking him, Booker T's like, this motherfucker forgot everything I told him in the back.
Oh, shit.
Stevie Ray was laughing. He said,
that's crazy.
I went through this. He said, this motherfucker forgot everything I told him in the back.
That's crazy.
They're live on TV. I remember watching the match like, what the fuck is going on? Y'all ever saw a botched spot, like someone mess up in the ring, and it's noticeable? I'm watching the match like, what the fuck's going on? And then he just threw him out the ring.
He just threw me out the ring.
He said, yo, just throw me out the ring. And then Stevie Ray started stroking him. Stevie Ray said, if you listen to the audio, you hear me laughing.
That's crazy.
He says, Booker says, this motherfucker forgot everything I told him.
Hell no. Look at you. Hey, but Ahmed Johnson was always trash, though. He's trash in WWF. He's trash everywhere. He's trash in the back, everywhere.
I actually want to talk to him. I heard he gives it. I don't know. A lot of people talk about him, bad about. I don't know what happened. I just want to know. I just want to be educated because I don't know. I know what people say. I just want to know, his side.
True.
I want to know what
he's trashing the video game too.
Damn, that's bad. So salute to the outsiders. Now this is my team right here.
ECW.
This is my team right here. Sabu and Rob Van Dam. Sabu is the craziest motherfucker ever.
I remember Rob Van Dam by himself.
Rob Van Dam was very creative. Very creative in the ring. And I remember when ECW did their small invasion in the WWF, they was calling him Mr. Monday Night.
Yep.
Because he was doing shit as a heavyweight that you didn't see. You only saw luchadors do shit that he was doing.
Yep.
So he was very creative. And Sabu was doing moonsaults through tables. I mean, it was weird, man. I saw him live several times. They used to do ECW shows at the Elks Lodge down on Queens Boulevard. And it was a complete fire hazard. I don't know why the fuck I would go, but I did.
Always, yeah.
It was a fire hazard.
He's just a fire hazard.
It was crazy, but I was there when Sid showed up. I watched the Eliminators work, who's not on this list, but they were a damn great team. Salute to John Cronus. He passed away. But Sabu and Rob Van Dam, if you never watched the Ak, you ever watched this team? You ever watched them?
You don't even know Rob Van Dam.
But I remember Rob Van Dam.
You never watched Sabu?
He used to wear the green silky pants and shit.
Bro.
Now I watch Sabu.
Today, this is your assignment. Watch Sabu and Rob Van Dam.
He said
Sabu and Rob Van Dam in CW. It's a great tag team, and the gimmick was they never got along. They be shoving each other and shit, but they were a magnificent tag team, man. They were a magnificent tag team.
I bet you the Dudley Boys next.
Now, his uncle, Sabu, his uncle is the original Sheik, not the Iron Sheik. The original Sheik who used to throw fire in your face. He used to throw fire in your face. That shit was crazy. Nah, Jermaine, I left them off. I did that on purpose. I know, bro. I left them off because we got to come back to this, and I got to get you on a panel. I left them off. Beezy, what up? I left them off. There's a lot of things I left off of here. There's a lot of things I had to leave off, but the gangsters definitely. I mean, they weren't even wrestlers. They would just come to the ring with a garbage can and hit you with the garbage can and dump the garbage on you and hit you with the garbage, hit you with Singapore canes and nightsticks. New Jack would have a garbage can by the Elks Lodge, and he would say, put in the garbage can what you want me to beat the shit out of my opponent with. And you would come to the goddamn arena and just throw shit in the garbage. And he would come to the ring with the garbage can and beat you up with it. Someone put a fucking Nintendo in it. And they ate Nintendo. For real, man. Come on now.
Know. Hawking Animal.
Hawking Animal.
That's me and my brother again. I'm Hawk because, I'm a Hawkins, Chicago's finest,
Watch this, y'all. For a few years, Animal got injured. He had a severe back problem. And Hawk had a single career in Japan. And he ended up tag teaming with a guy named Kensuke Sasaki, a diesel Japanese dude. And he ended up pinning his face, and he called himself the Power Warrior. And they were tag teaming in Japan. And Animal would walk them out to the ring sometimes. Power Warrior. And that was in Japan. It's all on YouTube, bro. This was all in the 90s.
That's up.
Yeah, man. So the Power Warrior was for real. I'm going to do a whole show on Japanese wrestlers because I have a team on here.
What a rush.
And what y'all know about Bruiser Brody and Stan Hansen?
I don't.
Bro, let me tell you something, man. Well, you all know about Bruiser Brody. This guy was a big dude. He was a rough house. And he used to walk around the ring. He used to come to the ring waving a fucking chain and be walking to the ring like, huff, 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 huff. That was him doing that shit.
That was him doing that shit.
That was him. He Google, yo, bro, go to YouTube and just put in Bruiser Brody. He used to have these big furry ass boots, and this guy was a crazy. He was fucking nuts. Stan Hansen about 6'5", 300 pounds. They used to call him the lariat. His finishing move was a left-handed clothesline, and he would go to the ring with a fucking. He was another motherfucker with a bullwhip, with a big old cowbell on it, with a cowboy hat, and he'd be going in the room like youth. You know what he was saying when he would do that? He was saying youth. He'd be like youth because at that time he was the younger guy coming up, and the older people, older cats in the business would try and fuck with the younger cats, and he wasn't having it. He wasn't having it. So he had a major career in Japan. They loved him. This picture is from Japan. They were winning everything over there, and there's a match. Bruiser Brody, I believe it's Bruiser Brody and Stan Hansen versus I think it may have been Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan. I mean, there was matches that have Gnarly Ray, he was saying youth. I didn't even know that until I saw an interview when he said it.
Drew, who them old dudes that used to lick people's foreheads?
Oh,
what was those? The Bushwhackers?
Oh,
the Bushwhackers?
I know them as the sheep herders.
Yeah, my mom liked it.
I know them as the sheep herders. The Bushwhackers, by the time they got to WWF, they were clowns. They clowned them down, but in the herders, they were fucking major heels. They will beat the shit out you. The sheep herders, man. But these two dudes right here, if you put in New Japan Pro Wrestling from the 80s, you're gonna see some shit. You're gonna be like, yo, I didn't even know these guys fought. Yo, Hulk Hogan knocked out Antonio Inoki with a clothesline. Knocked him out. Knocked him out before he even got in the ring.
Damn.
Crazy, man. You see Hulk Hogan with a full head of hair and black trunks.
Yep. Before
Crazy,
the 22-inch pythons.
Yup. And he was when in his prime, that was a big he was a Hell's Angels. They were talking about a bar they used to go to in one of these states, and they said Hulk Hogan used to get on the stage and play the guitar. Imagine being in a bar with Hulk Hogan, fucking Scott Norton, Hawk and Animal. You know what I'm saying? All of those big white boys. First of all, I ain't going in that bar. How about that? I'm not going in that bar. Second of all, you don't even need security. It's fucking insane. But these two dudes were official. Bruiser Brody and Stan Hansen. Come on now.
Nigga Farouk now.
Let me tell you something. As you already know, Reed is my government last name.
Yeah.
And in school, when the kids saw Butch Reed for the first time, niggas came to school. It was like, yo, that guy's related to you. And I played it up, boy. I was like, yeah, that's my uncle.
Let him know.
That's my uncle, nigga. What you talking about, nigga?
The mustache with the froze, you see it?
But I'm gonna tell you something. He's from Butch Reed is from oh shit. I forgot where he's from, but I swear to God, on my father's side, where he's from, I do have family somewhere. Where the fuck is that? Let me go to Google real quick.
Probably someone Mississippi.
I said, you know,
probably Mr. Shelton.
I'll tell you in a second. Kansas City, Missouri. Yeah. Somehow my pops told me we had family in Missouri that I never met. So fuck around. I might be related to the guy. I don't know. But he told me back in the 80s. He said, we have family in Missouri. I said, yeah, we never. He said, I met them once at a family reunion. I'd never seen them again. So fuck around. I really might be related to the guy. I don't know. I don't see no resemblance. I don't know. You know, but I got a picture on the gram with me flexing. And I said those Reed boys got some good genetics. Let me see if I can find that pic. Let's see if I can find it. I said those Reed boys got some good genes. Where's that? Do I have it? Do I have it available? But that was funny in the 80s. I was like, yo, you related to that guy? I mean, I was in junior high school or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, that's my uncle. That shit was funny. Man, oh man. Let me remove this.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead. I'll let y'all speak on that.
Oh yeah.
What y'all know about the Hardy Boys?
Guys. Yo, I'm gonna keep it real. They very underrated. Like they acrobatics, like they off the turnbuckle, like they revolutionized going off the top rope. And
no, they're not underrated at all.
The table ladders and chair match alone.
TLC, they're not underrated.
I don't think they get a lot of shine, man.
No, I think they do.
They got a match behind them.
Yeah. But y'all fuck with the Hardy Boys though. Carolina boys, you know.
Matter of fact,
that's where they're from?
Yeah, they're from Carolina.
Jeff. Yeah, they're from Carolina. Yup, you right. I remember Jeff talking about, because he still like does interviews and stuff too. I don't know if he's still involved. I know Matt.
No, they both still. They got matches really coming up. They got a match coming up. Both of them.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, bro. I watch a little bit all of that shit, bro.
I remember him saying like he don't like how the industry is. He said that he don't like how Jeff, the younger brother, he was saying he don't like how it is now. He's saying like his time there was more creativity. He talks about that a lot.
Yeah.
Yep. He's like, you don't have great characters that you could build off of like Stone Cold and The Rock.
Yeah.
He was saying how, you know, he a man of his time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He a man of his time.
I just wish Matt would have really did something with Bray Wyatt before Bray Wyatt passed away. Like when he was up in WWE talking about the delete. You know, when they was both up in that motherfucker. You know? But he was being stubborn, bro. Like, man.
They almost did that.
Yeah.
They almost did that. They it was a little while. I think they did have a match now that I think about it. But when he reinvented himself and came back as I forgot what he called himself. But
funny as hell.
He got with Bray Wyatt for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a hell of a gimmick too. I liked it. I'm trying to find this picture, y'all.
Yo, that Swanton bomb off the ladder.
Stop playing.
I think he injured himself because of that.
You probably. Stop playing.
That
yeah,
off the
bro.
ladder
Yeah.
on the table?
Yeah. Bruh.
I
was on that shit live, bro.
Ray and Devon or one of the, it was like a three-way tag team.
Stop playing. I watched all that live, bro.
Yeah, I was like, bro, he ain't had to do that shit, bro.
He's doing that shit from everywhere. He's doing it from everywhere, bro.
Did that shit,
bro. He injured himself.
I got nervous every time I saw him do that shit, man. I was like, yo, come on, bro. You ain't got to do it. It's not that serious with us, man.
Hey.
He's like nervous every time I see him do that.
Yo, I'm like, bro, you gonna hurt yourself, man. I got nervous. Every time I like cringe, I like turn away. I'm like, yo, goddamn. I'm trying to find this picture.
And you know what's crazy? When you used to buy the DVDs, right? When I was a kid, they was one of the ones they would show in the video. Now, these wrestlers, we know you love them. They would say something like that, but don't try this at home.
That's at home, yo.
And they would show Jeff Hardy doing the Swanton bomb. He was one of the people they showed. Like, these are trained professionals.
Yeah, please don't do that shit at home.
I never tried that shit on my little sister at all. Never in my life, because growing up, my mom used to have us watch these motherfucking shows where little boys killed their little siblings and shit from wrestling and stuff like that.
they had that boy.
On my life.
No, seriously. Real
no,
talk.
for real, I'm serious. Like Jenny Jones, all of that shit.
A little boy, he killed his little sister fucking around, and they tried to like throw the book at him.
Yep.
He really tried to throw the book at him, and it was like, man, that was like, then they tried to play wrestling. It was like, no.
No. Y'all let this little dude watch it. It's the age group.
Certain shit, man.
No, I never. Yeah.
Now, why the hell I can't find this picture? This is annoying. It's annoying. I know it's here. It's not this far down, is it? Man, I don't know where the fuck.
Yo, I remember I had the belt Drew on the top or whatever, and me and my little brother, we had chairs. You know, I be hitting each other trying to see who grabbed the title first. We hugging. I remember my mom came home. She ain't never really hit us. She was ready to fuck us up that day.
Hey.
She's ready, yo. We messed up her living room. We destroyed her living room. Pillows everything, everywhere, bro. We literally was using. No, I'm not joking. I had the Smoking Skull belt, the Stone Cold title.
You already know.
We hung it. I forgot what we strapped it to. Whoever grabbed it first. Yo, I'm not. My mom was alive. She'd tell you, like, yo, these kids was ridiculous.
That's the pick right there.
Brother Brian.
I said them Reed boys got some great genetics. That's the pick right there. So I used to troll these niggas, man, but when I was a kid though, but when I saw, because he had died, I said, damn. And I always said, man, we got family in Missouri somewhere. How
long ago did he die?
Oh man, it was a couple of years ago now. But I never really did the family tree. I'm like, man, I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere, we are related. By some way, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
It's probably possible. You never know. Never know.
Yeah, I just never did the work. I wouldn't know. Let me get through this. There you go.
Oh, the brew. What you talking about?
This shit was dope.
But they had the best entries, one of the best entries all time, bro.
They did. Yo, the best.
The Lost Boys, baby.
Yo, facts.
I had him on the video game too.
Spitting out the blood. Yeah, they did all of that in the video game with the intros. I remember that.
Yo, this was one of the dopest intros live.
Game Grill.
This was the dopest intro you could see.
Man, that shit, yo. Edge and Christian.
I thought they was really vampires.
Oh, bro, who you talking about? Nigga, stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing, bro. My imagination, I was little, bro. I was like, oh, hell no, I ain't going to sleep in the dark all my life.
Keep it a stack with you. I was mad little, so I thought they was vampires.
Nah.
Yo,
them niggas is real.
Track. They had a hot ass track. They came.
Gang Bro was weird.
He was on the he was on the independent scene as the vampire warrior. You know what I'm saying? But those fangs was really attached. He still
my homie got it. My homie took a picture with him last year. They real. He still got him.
Really
old as dirt.
His knees is fucked up though. His knees is really fucked up, man.
Oh, okay.
Shit was crazy, man. This shit was real crazy, man. But salute to them, man. I met Christian at Comic-Con a couple of years ago. Yo, he's tall, man.
Oh, word?
Dude, they all tall. Well, everybody taller than me. The only person that's probably my height is Rey Mysterio. That's it.
I'm 6'2". He's about 6'4", believe it or not. He's about 6'3". He's a little taller than me. I said,
a little bit taller than him. So
yo, man. That's what I'm telling you. Don't be these dudes be walking up on these dudes like you gonna do them dirty. These guys will fuck you up in the street, man. Don't stop playing. Don't play with your life like that. Now, I bet y'all don't know nothing about this.
They still going. They still rocking out, right? Edge and Christian. Oh,
yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
What y'all know about this right here?
No, I don't.
Now watch this.
Say their name.
This is Jinsei Shinzaki. When he was in the WWF, they called him Hakushi.
Hakushi.
Yeah, he had a feud with Bret Hart for a little while in the 90s. And he would come out with the prayer hands and the Raiden hat. But he has a whole other career in Japan. And he would walk along, he would grab your arm and walk on a rope with the prayer. This guy's very creative. And this guy, Hayabusa, he died. He died a few years ago. He had a ring accident. The accident was actually on YouTube. You saw it. I read about it, and then I saw it on YouTube. They took it off since because he
like
actually
like Owen Hart.
Say again. What you say, Act?
Like Owen Hart.
Well, he didn't die in the
You
ring,
can hear me?
but yeah.
Hear me, Drew?
I can hear you. He didn't die in the ring, but he did a move that he must have performed a million times.
I said Owen Hart.
Yeah, but Owen Hart died in the ring, and it wasn't on video. There's a video, but it's not released to the public. This fella did a move that I've seen him do a bunch of times, and he just slipped off the fucking second rope, bro, and he landed on his fucking head and broke his neck. And he was paralyzed in the ring. And he didn't die in the ring, but he was paralyzed. And it ended his career. And he actually came to some WWF shows with his mask on, but he was like in the back. He knew some of the guys real well. The Japanese brother that's in the WWF right now. What's his name?
Kenshi Nakamura.
Nakamura.
It's my brother.
They all know each other. Nakamura was a kid when this happened, though.
Yeah.
The accident itself was on YouTube, and I cringed. I saw it one time, and I said, "Oh God." But this guy, if you leave his mask on, when you see his body, he has the exact same amount of scars on his body as Sabu does. They fought in a promotion called FMW. You know how ECW was very extreme? FMW was that version in Japan, and FMW and ECW used to work together.
Mm-hmm.
They used to have barbed wire matches. They had matches where you have to beat your opponent before the ring blow up. It was crazy. I'm dead serious.
Stop playing with me.
They had electric fence matches. They throw you into the cage and sparks will fly up. They had a goddamn fish tank with piranhas in it. They try to dump your head in the piranhas. It was extreme over there. It was crazy. But Shinzaki and Hayabusa were they were the shit. You could look up ECW, right? Hayabusa and Shinzaki versus Rob Van Dam and Sabu. That was a great match. And Hayabusa was a high flyer. He would do all kinds of reckless shit. He was a Japanese version of Sabu. He's jumping through tables, like just straight kamikaze shit. But he was fun to watch. Unfortunately, he had that mishap in the ring, and it was all bad, bro. It was all bad. I didn't like it. Let me see if I can pull something up real quick, because I know Vince doesn't have dibs on he don't have dibs on no goddamn let me see if I can get this off, because he ain't got dibs on him because he was never signed to him. All right, here we go. Y'all can see?
Yeah.
All right, this is Hayabusa. This is like a little tribute. This was my guy right here. Fair use, y'all.
Ultimate Dragon to whoop his ass.
Now he whooped Ultimo's ass a couple of times.
Oh, damn.
And
Damn.
Yoshihiro Asai. That's his real name. Well,
Yeah.
real name. You see this dude?
Yeah, I see him, yeah. Oh, yeah, I see why Ultimate Dragon lost. I got you.
Look at this shit. Boom!
Yup.
Shit blowing up.
Yup.
This is not even wrestling at this point. This is like a death match.
It is.
I'm gonna do a whole show about what they had going on in Japan.
Terry Funk, I see his old ass.
Oh my God!
Shit.
Come on, bro.
Look at
So
William.
Bob Wyatt still H.
Yeah,
Yup.
man. They blowing fire on niggas and shit. Look at that, man. Cactus Jack fought over there mad times, bro.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, I'm already knowing that.
Cactus Jack and
hell
Terry
no,
fought.
I would never
Yep.
wrestle in Japan. They
That's
thugging
Mike
over
Awesome
there.
right there.
He's not no wrestling in Japan. Yeah.
This is what he did, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I met Mick Foley, man, in Long Island.
I did too.
Yeah, born and raised.
Peace.
So this is the type of time homie was on, bro. And I'm gonna tell you something. When he heard himself, man, it was one of the simplest moves he ever did, and he just slipped off that fucking rope, bro. And I couldn't believe it, man. I said, "Wait a minute, what?" Of all the things that he could have hurt himself doing, that simple thing is what got him. That's like going to war and dodging bullets and getting the Purple Heart, and then you come home and get hit by a car.
Yeah.
Or you slip in the bathroom. You know what I mean? So that's the brother Hayabusa, you know, and he would tag team with Jinshi Shinzaki. Let me see if I can pull up something with Jinshi Shinzaki real quick. I'm gonna do a whole thing on Japan wrestling. Oh yeah, you're gonna like this. Y'all gonna like this. This is funny as hell.
Mm.
You see he's fighting, y'all? Look at this. Fair use, y'all. And Shinzaki was a little diesel dude, man. Well, he's not too little.
Oh, see, I do know him. Yeah, I do know him.
He's fighting Kamala.
Yup.
And who is he fighting? It's Kamala and Junior Zamita. I know all these guys. These guys in the video game. Wait till I do the video game shit. Let me get to this part. Y'all don't remember when he fought Bret Hart?
Yeah, I do know. Yeah, that's what I said. I do remember him. I knew it was a dude with the white pants. I knew it. Yeah. When you said Raiders head, I was like, oh, I know who that is. Then.
This guy's a fabulous worker. Oh, here we go. I'm trying to get to. He does this. There we go. Here we go. Pete. Here we go. This is in the video game, y'all. Come on, man.
Some shit I do. Some shit I do. Look at me. Look at me if I was Chinese or something. Yeah. Stop playing. Stop playing.
Homie's nice with it, bro. Yeah, hell yeah.
And niggas think Undertaker be doing something with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. You know who you should do it? You know he probably did it first. But Undertaker used to do that.
Yeah,
Undertaker
that's why I just said it. Yeah.
like that.
No, but not like that though.
Rope and then.
As a matter of fact, Pooh Man, I'm gonna call it strong style.
Nah, Japanese yeah, he doing like all of that.
I'm gonna call that show Japanese strong style. I'm gonna show y'all a whole other litness of wrestlers that y'all may or may not have seen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know a few of them. That's about it.
Castella Daniel Garcia, salute, good brother. The Jung Dragons, yeah, man. Yo, yeah. Hayabusa. And as a matter of fact, I'm sure they crossed paths before in FMW. I'm sure. Yo, I'll tell you, that's why we got to revisit it, man. There's so many tag teams I didn't speak on. The Eliminators, y'all don't remember the Pitbulls in ECW? Feuding with the Eliminators? Yo, bro, listen. We're gonna have to do a wrestling show at least maybe twice a month or something. And I might have to do Bear Cave twice a week because boxing is so horrible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we're gonna get out of here. Yo, my brother Ack in the building, man. Let them know how they can find you, good brother.
Yo, man, y'all holla at me on the Jab Jamboree and, on my children's channel, Comic Cons. Y'all already know. Salute to my brother, Steve L, man. Always good chopping it up with you. Like I said, didn't see you since the Wilder fight. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna catch me here next Friday. I don't know what we're gonna be talking about. I gotta hit Drew up ahead of time so that I'm on schedule. And man, I get at y'all, man. Peace.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you up. I gotta give you like days notice because some of the shit you're gonna have to do some homework on. Some of the shit. Yeah, some of the stuff. But I'm gonna hit you up early. I'm gonna let you know early.
Yeah, word.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like when you said the heavy metal movie, I was like, I ain't never seen that before. But I'm gonna go watch it.
Yeah, I got a list. I got 3 movies I need you to watch. But I'm gonna be talking about the whole genre. It's a dope ass genre. Steve L, man, let him know.
Oh shit, I just be in everybody's chats, you know, dibbing and dabbing, just chilling. But yeah, stay blessed. You already know.
And Ak, I ain't forget your intro. I'm working on it, brother. I got a full plate, but I got you, brother. I'm putting together something real good for you. All right, man. Y'all already know what it is.
Oh, no, it's cool. It's cool. Do your thing. Do your thing.
No doubt, y'all. Y'all already know what it is. I know the general's on. Let's go head over there and bring up the property value. You already know what time it is. We in the Bear Cave. Pep Talk tonight. Come check me. You know what I mean? And catch you on the rebound.